What's going on, fam? This your main man, King Seville, King Self for Life. Resting the take. Sorry I came in so late. I was just relaxing. Like I said, today was let's first and foremost, I want to salute all the people who given their lives for us. All the people who are not here anymore, celebrating Memorial Day. Ain't just about chilling, eating barbecue. It's about setting aside the time to acknowledge our fallen soldiers who've given their lives so that we can be free, so we can sit up here and talk about pro wrestling. So just acknowledge them right quick. Anyway, Double or Nothing last night. Solid pay-per-view. Again, I feel like I say this every AEW pay-per-view. It's not about all the great stuff that happens on the show. It's about how long it is. Now, some of y'all wondering, how come you ain't watching Raw right now? I told you, I don't watch wrestling live unless it's a pay-per-view. Unless, I don't watch Raw, Dynamite, SmackDown. Like, I don't watch it live. I wait till the stuff is complete. If I'm here, I wait till it's done so I ain't got to deal with no retarded commercials. But I always say less is more, ladies and gentlemen. And some of the stuff on here, I'm trying to tell you, you could have saved those matches for Collision, Rampage, even on Dynamite. I'm just calling for what it is. Now, we got a host of crazy things that took place. I'm torn between what I thought match of the night was. There's multiple matches that you could say was match of the night. I mean, Willow and Mercedes, they tore the house down, man. Listen, we're gonna break it all down. We're gonna break down even the most insane to the membrane Anarchy in the Arena matchup. That's what these matches. The reason why, see, some people is wondering how come Swerve ain't get that main event spot. Well, they want to know why he didn't get the main event spot, because the Anarchy in the Arena was basically going to take all the energy out. So they figured, let's go ahead and do that match second to last, so we can go ahead and get this insane to the membrane, crazy as the best above matchup, basically to keep the audience invested and keep everybody into it, because Poop's about to hit the wall. And that's exactly what they did. Clowns just went completely insane. But I'm going to go in on the matches that I felt did not need, they did belong on the show. Less is more. I say this every freaking AEW pay-per-view. I don't care how many AEW hardcore shields are going to say, man, this is the best. Listen, every pay-per-view can't be the best, ladies and gentlemen. Every AEW pay-per-view, one of them got to be better than the other. Now, was it a good pay-per-view? Absolutely. I'm not finna dog them and say it was a bad pay-per-view. No, it was a very good pay-per-view. The problem is it's just too dang long. This is what TK's got to get this right. He's got to. Man, I wish I could sit down and say, Tony, could you please dumb down your pay-per-views? You don't need to have 15 million thousand matches on the show. The show is already freaking long anyway. Please, bro. I'm for the love of God. Please, bro. Just, you got so many cats that if their storyline is important, throw it on the show. And already we had all the comebacks. I can't wait to talk about everybody who pulled back up. That just was so great. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Now, everything that happened on the show gave so much story. And guess what? It makes you care about what's going to happen on Dynamite. But again, Tony Khan does this all the time. He falls back on the mirror that I'm about to give you a banger pay-per-view. And then when he goes back to his weekly television show, he falls off again. It's like rinse and repeat over and over and over again. I'm like, bro, just be consistent with your storytelling and your weekly television show. That's it. You got the pieces. Fools then came back. People came back to, quote unquote, help you out, to do what they need to do to get you to where you need to be. Don't fumble it, man. You've been fumbling for the last 5 years. Yes, congratulations. We made it to 5 years. I know there have been fools that have been praying for your downfall, but we made it to 5 years. We want to make it to another 5 years. So, I don't know. Step your game up. Get some freaking help in the doggone story room or whatever you want to call it. Creative room. Get you some help so we can have some compelling TV. What you did on the show sets up what's going to happen on Wednesday night. Excuse me. But things got to be consistent, man. They got to be consistent. That's it. But it is what it is. So let's go ahead and break down this doggone show. So the pre-show. First match on the pre-show was Deonna Purrazzo going against Thunder Rosa. I told you who was winning this. Deonna has not won one pay-per-view being back in AEW. And this is a beef. Some people felt like this really didn't need to be on the show. But I'm here to say I really didn't mind this actually being on the show. Because they've been having a beef, and Deonna has not had the opportunity to actually get a win on a pay-per-view, and it made sense for her to beat Thunder Rosa, and she cheated to win. Why? Deonna Purrazzo is getting back into her element. What made Deonna Purrazzo the face of TNA, or at the time when it was Impact Wrestling, she was the face of the women's division, is because she knew. Not only was she good in that ring, but she knew how to play that heel role perfectly. So cheating on Thunder Rosa lets you know this ain't nowhere near over. They both tied one apiece. So we're going to probably get a grudge match somewhere down the line, somewhere. I don't know when. But I thought they did a solid job. I thought it was a pretty solid, decent matchup on the pre-show. Now we get this matchup. Before the match, these clowns had an opportunity to cut a promo about what they finna do to them. Now, I don't watch Collision like how I used to. But TK be giving away the match on the show. So I'm like, why are we doing this on here if you already did the match on the pre-show? I mean, you did the match on Collision. It does not make a lick of sense, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't. It really does not. I'm like, bro, like, look, you could have saved this. This didn't need to be on the show. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This mess did not need to be on the show. And guess what? Brian Cage and Gacy Agnew look like jokes again. They claim they won. What does it mean? See, if this meant something, if this was basically, whoever wins gets a shot at the Trios champions. Okay, they got a reason to being on the show. No, this is just a random match to quote unquote get every clown on the show. They don't have an important storyline. This is what I constantly get on Tony Khan's case. This is stupid. It does not need to be on the show. Quit putting it on there. They don't need to be on the show unless their story means something. They don't mean nothing. Gacy Agnew looked like jokes. The Acclaim got the victory, and that's that. Then we get to, the main show. Yeah, so yeah, it was only 2 matches on the pre-show. So 9 matches on the main show, 2 matches on the pre-show. Like I said, I would have got rid of this, and I only would have had Deonna Purrazzo and them on the pre-show. And this, since you already did it, and wait till I get there, because I'm jumping the gun right now. I'm really jumping the gun. Will Ospreay and Roderick Strong. This was a foregone conclusion. Everybody and their grandma knew Roderick Strong's title reign was coming to a close, especially with them having the matchup before. You know what I'm saying? So you already knew what was happening, especially with him getting busted open and everything. Now, truth be told, I always tell you, it does not matter who Will Ospreay get in the ring with. That man, he can sleep a good match. The chaos and the foolishness that started this match off really was crap to me. It was garbage. Everything from the second half of this matchup is what picked up. And from their point on, Roderick Strong and Will Ospreay was going at it. They were going at it, ladies and gentlemen. They was doing work. Like the first half of this match, I said it was bull jive. It was crap. I didn't care nothing about it. You had all the Kingdom trying to get involved, and just a bunch of dumb stuff. You got Don Callis over here on commentary talking crap. Now it's funny how Don Callis is still acting as if Will Ospreay is a part of the Don Callis family. See, that's the whole big we don't know. Because Will Ospreay, and the whole deal is Will Ospreay's arsenals are so doggone dangerous that he has to quote unquote water things down or tone things down, and that's like his whole story arc. It's like, should he go through with the Tiger Dragger 95 or all these other crazy moves that he be coming out of nowhere with? So with all the cheating that Roger Strong and company was constantly trying to do, he just said screw it, laid this fool out. And now it was a spot where they had this man on top of he was on one of the members of the Kingdom, and Roderick Strong clotheslined him and he flipped him and he came down on his head. I was like, unnecessary spots that don't need to be in there. This is how injuries happen, ladies and gentlemen. This is it was dumb. Like I said, it was stupid, but he got the job done. He is your new AEW International Champion. Kudos to Will Ospreay. Everybody in the grandma knew he was going to get it done. So we get this matchup. We get the Bang Bangs gang or Bullet Club Gold, and they went against Death Triangle with Phoenix, Penta, and Pop. This was a solid matchup. But my favorite part of this was the end. How did this match end? I've been talking about Juice Robinson coming back for a very long time. I said the Bullet Club Gold is desperately in need of Juice Robinson's presence. Jay White is a good wrestler. The brothers, the Guns, they're good. But they are desperately missing Mr. Honeycomb Man. Y'all remember the cereal Honeycomb? You remember the mascot from Honeycomb, the wild crazy dude, the Me One Honeycomb. Juice Robinson looks exactly like that fool. Somebody had a meme of it. They said, yo, that's Juice Robinson talking about some Me One Honeycomb. When he came out of nowhere to help them defeat Death Triangle, bruh, the entire audience went berserk. They went berserk. Everybody and their grandma went ape. Now, before this, let me talk about it. Adam Cole came out. He returned. And he said, who wants story time with Adam Cole, baby? Talking about what he gonna do. He's getting back into things. He got to quote unquote take over. And next thing you know, the lights went off. Music started playing. Then they went and they had this, like somebody was walking through the door and you knew who it was. It was MJF. And so the audience is going nuts. Everybody and their grandma going crazy. I say, man, just when you had fools in the IWC saying Tony Khan gave up, he got Juice Robinson back. He got Adam Cole back. And ladies and gentlemen, when that man pulled out the picture of Adam Cole and he pulled a picture of himself, man, when that music hit, listen, man, look, the man is back and he's officially signed his long-term contract. He ain't going nowhere. Got the whole Triple H get up on and everything. I didn't catch it at first, but everybody was online talking about it. He said, taking a chance on myself. I'm sticking around. I ain't going nowhere. Cut the promo. He said, I waste my time. First time ever becoming vulnerable and trusting somebody. I ain't never trusting nobody ever again. And I'm here to tell every one of these circus clowns in the back, I'm back. And I'm better than you, and you know it. Promo was fantastic. Loved everything about it. I say, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Khan just got so many fools who were giving up on his company to come back. And I got to give that fool nothing but props. Because, man, I really was like, should I continue to keep watching this product? But Tony Khan, he did it again. I told you, this fool just knows how to, it's like something in his DNA is where he just don't be caring about the TV show. But when he get to them pay-per-views, he just got to go. I'm like, bro, if you can figure a way to make us care about TV and the pay-per-views, AEW will be back on the freaking map. That's all us goofs are asking. That's it, man. That's it. And he did it. Juice Robinson is back. Adam Cole is back. And the one and only Maxwell Jacob Freeman is in the house. They're back. Dynamite is back. Everybody and their grandma can't wait till Wednesday night. That's how you do it. Now it's being consistent. Do not be the Dak Prescott of pro wrestling books, Tony Khan. But you know the circus clown can't help himself. Because I'm going to talk about his behind in the Anarchy and Arena Asylum match or arena matchup. Because this circus behind was on TV again. So we get to this match. Now I was looking forward to this one because I wanted to see how Tony and Serena D matched up. Now, Serena came out. Tony came out. They got in there slapping each other around, grappling up, doing what they needed to do, hustling up, and Serena kept getting submission holds on her. Now, there was a time in the matchup where Tony looked vulnerable and she looked like she was going to lose. However, Mariah May was ready to throw in the towel. And Luther was like, yo, what are you doing? Girl, you're tripping. He got the towel out of her hand and Tony seen it. And Tony thought Luther was on some bull jive. It wasn't Luther. It was Mariah. So everybody like, no, it's not Luther. Luther was not the one that was trying to screw your match up. It's this girl. She was trying to screw your match up. But anyway, Serena used that to her as a form of distraction. She got back in there, tried to do her move on her. It didn't work. Tony got the upset. Well, I'm tripping upset. Tony got the victory. She did a move. 1, 2, 3 match over. I thought the match was a solid match, so the girls did pretty good. Now this matchup. OC versus Trent Beretta. Orange Cassidy went back to his old school theme song. For y'all who ever played PlayStation 3, you ever went to the PlayStation Home? You remember it was this thing, it was the big thing on PlayStation back in the day. When PlayStation 3 first came out, it was called PlayStation Home. There's a song on there, I forgot the name of the song, but Orange Cassidy's song sounds exactly like that song. I'm going to have to find the song and I'm going to do it. I'm going to play the song. I hope I don't get copyright infringement. I'm going to play this song for you all. Shout out to my main man, Ariel, who came through. Like, listen, my man had me on the floor. The man was cutting up the entire show. That man know what I'm talking about. The song, Orange Cassidy's old school theme song, and the song from the PlayStation Home sound exactly alike. I'm not playing with y'all. But this matchup, man, I wish they didn't do it on TV. Because the beatdown, and like I said, it's official. Chucky T can't wrestle no more. Now, he did pull up, but he can't wrestle anymore. It's official. He's done. Like, Chucky T cannot wrestle anymore. So that matchup, him and Trent had the parking lot brawl backstage or whatever, that was his officially final match. Like, he's done. He can't wrestle anymore. So I was like, why is Tony Khan giving away OC versus Trent Beretta? Why don't you save it for the show? So when OC and Trent had the matchup I think they wrestled like 2-3 weeks ago on Dynamite, and OC won, I was like, if they're going to run this back, Trent got to win. No. OC found the way to win again. Garbage decision. I'm like, if you was going to do the same, give us the same exact result, why the clown? Why was it even on the show? Trent should have went over. This is the type of stupid stuff that I don't be liking about Tony Khan's booking decision. Like, OC didn't need this. He didn't need it. Orange Cassidy is a character that we don't need to see for a long time. He's one of those characters that you protect. Orange Cassidy, when AEW first started, had the potential. I'm not saying he's nowhere near him, but I'm talking about character-wise. He had the potential of being AEW's version of The Undertaker. Now, when I say Undertaker, I'm not talking about to spooky and all that stuff. I'm talking about character-wise. But because Tony Khan just kept pushing him, and using him, I'm like, OC is a character that you don't need to see every week. He's one of those characters that can pop up here and there. You don't need to see him. You protect him, and when you bring him out, he only comes when things make sense. No, Tony Khan has to constantly keep pushing OC down everybody's throat. He's opening up dang near every Dynamite, and y'all know every time OC open up Dynamite sucks. I don't care what nobody had to say. Every day, OC open the show. I'm like, that's why fools don't care about Orange Cassidy anymore. I'm telling you, I was one of the biggest Orange Cassidy heads on the planet. But Tony Khan has got me to where I see anytime I see Orange Cassidy, the best thing about Orange Cassidy is his old school theme song. I don't care about nothing concerning Orange Cassidy. And that's on Tony Khan's fault. This fool did not need to win this match. This was a terrible booking decision. Why the clown did you do this trip? Tony Khan. Why? Because you love Orange Cassidy. You got to push this clown every day. No, you don't. So then after the match, Trent Beretta just walked off. Rocky Romero came out there to try to console him, and he just said, I'm done. I'm out of here. Nothing. Then another nothing burger matchup. So it was a triple threat. It was the FTW Championship, Jericho versus Hook versus Shibata. If I tell you I didn't give a rat's behind about this match at all, I didn't care nothing about this. So you got two back-to-back matches that really didn't need to be on this show. You didn't need this. You did not need these two garbage matches. I didn't care nothing about it. And Jericho won not because of Big Bill. Jericho won because he has a new member that just joined the learning tree. He has the bounty hunter Keith. Brian Keith has joined Chris Jericho's group now. I don't know about that. I generally don't know about that. I don't know what Tony Khan is trying to do. I don't know if this is supposed to quote unquote elevate or get us to give a crap about the bounty hunter. Like I said, Brian Keith has some potential, but the problem again is the booker. Tony Khan don't know what the clown he doing. Like, listen, I talk about Triple H not having a single clue what to do with us. Tony Khan is on that same playing field. Now, Swerve is a different story right now because he's just getting started. I'm gonna give Swerve. Let's see, it's May 27th right now. I'm gonna give Swerve until after Forbidden Door. So I'm gonna give Swerve until we get close to All In. If his title run does not feel important at all, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I'm already preparing myself. That man is not walking. He's not walking out of All In. I'm already preparing myself. So Cassie always said, "Yo, you gonna be up?" No, I'm already preparing myself because I'm looking at the clown that's booking the show. First of all, Swerve right now really don't even feel like the most important dude on the show. He should, but again, it's Tony Khan's booking. Now with the arrival of Adam Cole and MJF and Juice Robinson, there you have no choice but to make Swerve the number one priority. He is your AEW World Champion. Quit making him feel like he's just a mid-card champion. We don't want that. Listen, I tell you all the time, yes, we got a brother that got a championship. Fantastic. Just don't be like, okay, I finally did it. So you clowns don't sit up here and say I'm a white supremacist or whatever. That's not the game. The game is to make our people feel like we matter. Now, I'm going to tell you did a good job with Mercedes and Willow. When I get there, I get there. But when it's concerning Swerve, you on the clock, Tony Khan. You on the clock, bro. You on the clock, man. Same thing with this Bounty Keith situation. I'm going to see how it works, but Bounty Keith, Brian Keith, Bounty Hunter, he came out and he had this lucha mask on, took it off, and basically was the reason why Chris Jericho defeated Hook and Shibata. That was that. Didn't care nothing about it. Then here's another match I didn't really give a care about because I really wish they would have. You didn't need this matchup. You could have saved this matchup for doggone Forbidden Door. I'm serious. You literally could have saved this match for Forbidden Door. You did not need to have this on the doggone pay-per-view. Just to get Moxley on the doggone show and say, I thought the title was on the line. No, this is one of them garbage eliminator match. I hate this term, eliminator match. I hate it. This is a garbage term. In other words, you got to beat the champion just to get a shot. It's stupid. No, that's retarded booking. I'm sorry. That is stupid booking. I hate these matches. I would never be a fan of these type of matches. And ladies and gentlemen, man, I'm going to be 100% with you. Moxley being as beaten down as he already was. Moxley heads, don't get mad at me. Please don't get mad at me. This may have been Takeshita's worst match, and this ain't even nothing to do with Takeshita. Don't get mad at me, Moxley heads. I know some of y'all gonna be mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you the both is true. I probably would have cared more about this if you saved this, if you put more forth telling us a better story and set this match up going in the freaking Forbidden Door instead of giving it away as some doggone Double or Nothing. I may have cared more about it. But you gave it to us. This fool is already beaten up. He was taped up. His whole arm was taped up. His shoulder was taped up. I'm like, this dude is beat up. He can't really do what he want to do. And you got him in here with Takeshita. You know Takeshita going to take his head off. I can say, yeah, you had Don Callis on commentary doing his job, doing what he had to do. But I'm like, bro, why? Like, this match was unnecessary. You didn't need 3. Look about this. Look at this. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4. So instead of 12 matches, you got 8. And all 4 of these matches, I actually didn't have a problem with them. You get rid of the 4 matches and you got 8 matches, man, we going somewhere. This may have been one of the best pay-per-views they dropped if you kill the dead weight. I feel like I say this every freaking pay-per-view. The dead weight, Tony Khan. You got OC and Trent. If you did it already, and he was gonna give us the same result, didn't need to be on the show. You got this garbage FTW crap. That was doggone. You could have just kept that on Collision and called it a day. This matchup, you could have saved this for Forbidden Door and called it a day. And Takeshita goes over and becomes your new IWPG World Heavyweight Champion. I would have been cool with that. You could have and saved this for a Collision or something, and whoever wins becomes the number 1 contender for the Trios Championship, and you could set something up for the next time. Nope. Tony Khan don't care. He got to make sure everybody and their grandma on the show, and that's why stuff just be so freaking long. This is why I can't do AEW. I can't do a review for AEW pay-per-views right afterwards like I used to, because these shows are too long, ladies and gentlemen. They too long. I'll be sitting up somewhere knocked out trying to record and trying to give you an honest review about what I'm seeing. But no, we got to have the dead weight on the show. We got to have Mox on the show. We got to have Takeshita on the show. We got to have Garbage Chris Jericho and Hook and Shibata on the show. We got to have OCO Goofy behind on the show. We got to have the Acclaim and the Bron. No. Stupid. If your story don't mean nothing, get this crap off the show, because it's just going to weigh the show down. You have 8 matches and call it a day. 1 on the pre-show, 7 on the main card. It ain't that difficult. Now this circus clown, he under delivers. That's his problem. He don't be putting the like, he'll like, dude, you don't have to always stop at 6. Everything don't have to be an NXT takeover, bro. You can afford to put 8 matches on the show. It's not that difficult, man. You got some storylines that mean something. Listen, I get it. He does the less is more, but sometimes he go under. He go way under. That's what messes him up a little bit. So it's like Tony Khan. Oh, he overboard. This dude is under. It don't make sense. It don't make no type of sense whatsoever. Like I said, y'all can't see me, but I'm pointing directly at Triple H. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm right here. Triple H over here. But anyway, let's get back to it. Now, the last 4 matches, every one of these matches were fine. I didn't have a problem with them. Everybody did what they needed to do. I would have kept all 4 of these matches. Now, the result. Let's talk about it. The TNT Championship was in a barbed wire steel cage match. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with how the build-up was going, I was thinking, okay, because there's been word going on, maybe Malachi Black is out the door. I'm thinking, okay, Malachi Black can finally get a singles run at a singles championship or something. Adam Copeland, he's done everything he could. He don't really need no more, right? This turned into a 3-on-1 situation. You had the House of Black coming out there, Adam Copeland getting beat up. Now, there was a spot in the matchup. Adam Copeland put Malachi, he wrapped him in barbed wire on a doggone table. And Adam Copeland climbed all the way up to the steel cage on top of it. Now, I'm thinking he finna jump on top of the table. This man does an elbow drop, and I'm not playing with you because y'all saw him limping after the end. If you've seen the pay-per-view, he does an elbow drop and lands on his feet. I don't know if this man has an injury or not. He was limping like crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. But these fools tore each other up. It was bleeding all over the place. Insane to the membrane. Like I said, House of Black came out there. So the odds are in Malachi Black's favor. They are in Malachi Black's favor. What's about to happen? The lights go off and some old school music start playing. I'm sitting like, wait a minute. And out of nowhere, the crowd pops. Gangrel comes out of nowhere to give the assist to Adam Copeland to pretty much get rid of the other clowns and all that stuff. We use him as a distraction so that because Malachi Black had laid him out, but then Adam Copeland had speared the man, got the victory. He retains his championship. But after he got up, you seen him limping all over the place. I don't know if this man is hurt. This is what I be praying for when it comes concerning these wrestlers. You don't need to be doing all this extra stuff where you gonna mess around and get yourself hurt, you know. But outside of that, this is a chaos, crazy as heck matchup, bleeding all over the place. It called for it. Like I said, Tony Khan, he overdoes it with the blood, but this is the type of matchup it calls for it. Go ahead, go through with it, do what you got to do. Now, the matchup I was looking forward to the most because I wanted to see if my girl still got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship. TK and them was running around here calling it triple main event. I said, man, that term is lame as heck. Lame. Mercedes and Willow Nightingale over-delivered, ladies and gentlemen. They killed it. Willow Nightingale came in there like, look, I'm not playing around. You got Stokely, you got Chris, both supposed to be cheering her on and everything, right? Mercedes ain't missed a step, ladies and gentlemen. She ain't missed a step. That girl went in there, and Willow, listen, both of them look good. They both came in there, they did what they had to do. I know it's a host of cats that can't stand Mercedes' guts. It is what it is. But I'm telling you right now, Mercedes and Willow over-deliver. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Let's go back up to Mercedes and Willow killed it, man. Willow out here doing all these crazy moves. She out here she putting everything into this. She said, I'm not finna lose this championship. I don't care what Mercedes does. I don't care how she does it. The crowd was so doggone mixed. You had Willow fans, you had Mercedes getting booed, and you had Mercedes getting popped. And then I mean it was crazy. It was insane. Willow had Mercedes beat. She had her beat. Mercedes said, I'm about to beat the snot out of you. She reverses. It was a lot of reversing stuff going on in this matchup. A lot. And I'm telling you, man, I enjoyed I was watching this very carefully. I said, they got my full attention. But I was paying attention because I wanted to see if Mercedes still got it. And ladies and gentlemen, she does. She still has it. She went in there. She did what she had to do. She got the job done as expected. Clowns were crying, upset. She got the job done. Miss Mercedes Moné is your new TBS champion. Now, with her holding this thing, the name of the game is storytelling and setting up somebody to be the one to dethrone her. So, after the matchup, she dips out. Stokely Hathaway, Chris. Now Stokely is looking at Willow in disgust, like what is going on. And then Chris pushes him down. So he's standing up there looking shocked, like what the heck is going on? So Chris and Willow get out the ring, and I'm sitting up and saying to myself, you know what's coming, folks. You know what's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, it happened. Chris Statlander has officially turned heel. She turned heel, folks, and she laid out Willow. And she has aligned herself with Stokely. Stokely will be her mouthpiece, which is a perfect because, like I said, one thing about Chris is a fantastic at the ring. One thing about Chris, she got to work on her promos. But she being teamed up with Stokely Hathaway as the mouthpiece, and guess what? You got a sympathetic baby face with Willow. It was done perfectly. I'm like, you can't do it better than that. You can't do it better than that. I said, this is fantastic. I'm like, TK, why do you make it so difficult for yourself? It's not that hard, bro. It's not that hard. It's boom. 1, 2, 3. It's now we got we going somewhere. I'm like, I loved it, man. I loved it. I said, man, you can't get no better than that. Then we get this matchup. Swerve versus Christian Cage. Christian Cage comes out with the the Patriarch family, Father of the Year. And then Prince Nana come out because they was in Vegas, mimicking from the old school movie The Warriors. And he was like, Swerve, with the little bottles on his hand, come out and play. Yeah. So then when Swerve came out, he came out dressed like he was in the movie The Warriors or whatever, which is cool, interest and everything. Oh, I forgot to talk about it. Mercedes had a drum line do her intro, which is pretty cool. So I was cool with that. This was basically Christian Cage doing everything in his power to beat the snot out of Strickland and quote unquote not get caught. Now, during the matchup, Prince Nana was trying to take the championship out of Nick Wayne's hands, but referee Paul caught Prince Nana holding it, and the fans was like, "No, don't do it." And Paul was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Bro, they were cheating." Paul threw him out, and fans, they booed him. They said, "Refs, you suck. Refs, you suck." He made a terrible mistake. I'm like, how you gonna get rid of Prince Nana? So with that distraction going on, then you got Mama Wayne trying to cause a distraction. Now you got Nick Wayne coming in there, beat the snot out of him. You got Killshot, aka Luchasaurus, coming in there. It's a 4-on-1 assault. It's like, Prince Nana gone. What he's gonna do? So now Paul sees what's going on. He officially kicks all their behinds out. So now it's an even matchup. So now Christian and Swerve are going back and forth. Christian out here doing I want to call it the unpretty. He doing the kill switch. Swerve out here doing that crazy man kick. And in the audience, Money Floyd Mayweather was in the audience. I mean, he went up to the man and shook up with him after the match. I mean, it was insane. But yeah, they was going at it, beating snot at each other, and with the referee once again getting distracted, Nick Wayne came out of nowhere and popped the man in the head. So now Christian does the unpretty, and you think the match is over. Swerve kicks out. Now Swerve does that doggone kick, gets him, beats his snot out of him. Whose house? Swerve's house. He walks in, he walks out champ. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought the match was great. They did a great job. Now it's on to the next. Who is up for Swerve next? Now I've got to talk about it. Tony Khan and Martha Owens came out to talk about the Owen Hart Cup situation. Male and female winners. The competition starts, I think, soon, and it will finish somewhere in Canada. I want to say on July 10th. And the winners will get a shot at the AEW Women's and Men's Championship. So Tony Khan had already put forth an effort into whoever wins, get it. Yes, it's another tournament. I know. That's all pro wrestling is nowadays. I guess we got to deal with it. But there is a reason why they doing it. It ain't just for no stupid, man, little world titles that don't mean nothing. Or no cup or whatever. That's not going to go anywhere. The winners will get a shot. And it's for the championship going into All In. So those matches will automatically get made right away. So those is already done. Now TK then said there's going to be a battle royal to determine Swerve's next matchup going into Forbidden Door on Dynamite. Now what they need to do is Swerve needs to be out there on commentary, and he needs to see who the clown is about to be his number one contender. It makes the most sense. If Swerve ain't out there, what are we doing? What are we doing? But I thought that was great. Now we get to the main event. Justin Roberts is on the mic. He say, "Poop's about to hit the fan. Here we go. Anarchy in the arena. The Elite versus Team AEW, which consists of FTR, Darby Allin, and Bryan Danielson." And I told y'all before, anytime Bryan Danielson is on the pay-per-view, that man is just coming in to lose. He does not care. The only time he won is when he beat Okada and Okada broke his arm. That's the only time Bryan Danielson actually won a match at a pay-per-view. Fool be losing. Well, actually, no, take that back. He won it all out against Ricky. He beat Ricky. That was it. So he beat Ricky. He beat Ricky and he beat Okada. Those are those are only two wins he have in his old AEW career. He's lost every pay-per-view match he's been a part of. This was one chaotic, insane to the membrane match. So they started the match off with the Elite playing their new theme song, which is trash. And then Bryan said, cut that poop off and put on the greatest song ever, which is the Final Countdown. And fans were singing along. And while that song was playing, you just had all kind of insane to the men. Cats whacking each other across the head. They all up in the stands with the fans. They're going backstage. Cats getting ran over by vans and all kind of. I mean, just insane to the membrane. I mean, crazy. Then you got fools driving vans and getting ran into doggone pallets and all this. I mean, just insane crap. I'm like, who thinks of stupid stuff like this? Then you got cats wearing thumbtack face masks and cats wearing thumbtack gent shoes. I mean, just insane. Insane buffoonery, chaos. Fans are so invested. Fans are so crazy. Like I said, I didn't really care about the matchup, but they went out their way. They went out with a bang. Listen, they had Darby Allin hanging upside down. That fool was he was literally hanging upside down for about a good 5-10 minutes, y'all. That boy was hanging upside down for about a good 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not playing with y'all. And just crazy. And so the fans like, please save Darby. And they tried. Bryan, FTR, they tried. But it was just too much Okada, too much Young Bucks. And then, now, during this matchup, you had Matt Jackson on commentary, and he got thrown into the water like he was getting baptized. And then when he had got hit, he threw his hands up. Again, shout out to my main man, Art. Yeah, that man was like, yo, he looked like he just got saved or something. I was like he just got delivered. I was like, man, you tripping, bro. You tripping. But, man, look, then he was on commentary like he just, you know how when somebody gets saved, then they get on the mic and talk, give their testimony, how the Lord delivered them. That's what happened when he got on the mic, talk about, we didn't lost a total of $200K by this song playing. Cut that mess off right now. I'm like, it's just silly. They was clowning the whole time. I mean, it was just a beatdown. It was a beatdown. So then Darby Allin came back after getting whacked. You got Jack who walked up in there. Now he was embedded in that flame embodied stuff. When you put it on, I guess this is a way so you don't get burnt. Darby Allin came out with the flame door. Now he had got Tony Khan, and Jack Perry went in backstage, kidnapped Tony Khan. Tony Khan looked like a complete goof on TV. Darby Allin came out with that dog, because this is before he was hanging upside down. Darby Allin came out with a flamethrower gun, and lit that boy on fire. Jack Perry, aka Jungle Boy, was on fire, and then you seen Tony Khan, old silly behind, rolling down. It just, I mean, Tony Khan is one goofy clown. This fool, sometimes I just be like, man, TK, just stay the heck out the way. This fool can't help himself. They just got to make sure Tony Khan is on TV, sounding, looking like a goof. I mean, just goofy. You go online and type in Tony Khan rolling down the ramp. It's a joke. It's a complete joke. But Jack Perry was on fire. I mean, insane. The whole match was just crazy. I'm like, do you understand? If you cut the 4 matches I said, you might have had a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 pay-per-view. But Tony Khan doesn't want to do it. He wants to continue to make sure that every goof in the back gets an opportunity. No, every goof in the back don't need to be on your show. They don't. So, like I said, the Elite won. I knew they was going to win. And that's that. That's that, ladies and gentlemen. So, I walk away. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Because the dead weight for matches cut back my grade. Now, I'm sitting right now between a 7 and an 8. So, like, what, 7.5 or something like that? 8. So, if you get a show a 7.5, you get a show a 6, or you get a show a 8, any of them grades are appropriate for this show. Like I said, I thought it was a solid pay-per-view. I thought they did well. It's just too dang long. You cut the dead weight. You get rid of the following matches, like I said. Bye-bye Acclaim, Brian Cage, Gacy Agnew. Bye-bye Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta. Bye-bye FTW, Chris Jericho, Hook, and Shibata. And bye-bye John Moxley and Takeshita. You get rid of them. You let everything else happen. Psh, we cooked. This may have possibly been an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 show. But like I said, for me, I'm just going to stay at a 7.5. So about 7. So that at the best, 7. 7 out of 10. You know, that's the highest I'm going. For real. I thought it was a solid show. The problem is, it's just too dang long. Too dang long, though. Too dang long. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to get out of here. Raw goes off in about another 30 minutes. I'm finna go in here and finish watching the NBA game. Once the game is done, then I'll watch Monday Night Raw, and you will get a review tomorrow morning as I'm heading to work. This your main man, Caseville King, Separate Life Wrestling Takes. Hit that comment section up. You tell me what you thought about the pay-per-view. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.